up for an account with anyone, you would want to compare plans before you choose one. See which one's the best for you. So let's take a look. Harriet is comparing costs of calling cards. If she uses card A, the cost is $1 to connect and then 5 cents per minute. If she uses card B, it's 55 cents to connect and 8 cents a minute. So notice card A costs more to connect, but as you use minutes, it's less per minute. Card B is less to connect, but charges more per minute. For what number of minutes does it cost the same amount to use each card for a single call? Okay, so we want to take a look at how much each one costs. So for card A, and we'll do card B over here. For card A, you have to pay $1 to hook up and 5 cents for every minute. So that's the way we'd write that. $1 to hook up, 5 cents for every minute after that. Card B costs 55 cents just to hook up, and then 8 cents for every minute. So 8 times the number of minutes. These are the prices for each plan. We want to know when they were cost the same. What does the same mean? The same means equal. So to solve this, we take our two equations and we set them equal. We want to know when the costs will be exactly the same or equal. So we set those equal to each other and then we go ahead and solve the equation. So again, our goal in solving the equation, notice we have this equal sign right here in the center. Our goal is to get the variables, in this case the m's, all alone and everything else on the other side. So I have a positive 0.05 m. If I subtract it from this side, that will remove it from that side, and I just have to make sure I do exactly the same thing on the other side. So that leaves me with just $1 here equals 55 cents plus 0.03 m. We need to continue to solve. So the next thing, now that the m's on the same side, I need to move everything else the other direction. So this 0.55 is going to have to go. It's a positive 0.55, so to get rid of it, I subtract 0.55 from both sides. So now I have just 0.03 m on this side. On the other side, I have 45 cents, 0.45. I only have one step left here, and again, I ran out of room, darn it. I'm going to move where I was right up here. If I had room, I would just keep going underneath. So I have 0.45 equals 0.03 m. We need to get rid of that 0.03. It's multiplied by the m, so to solve, we do the opposite and divide both sides by 0.03. Opposite of multiplying is dividing. And we get 15. So at 15 minutes, these two will cost exactly the same amount. Okay, before that, A is more expensive and B is cheaper. After that, since B is more per minute, it will get more expensive and A will be less expensive, but they are exactly the same price at 15 minutes. All right, a 12-inch pizza at Neighborhood Pizza costs $10.45 each. Additional topping is 75 cents. The same pizza at Downtown Pizza costs $8.65. Each additional topping is $1.25. So one of them you pay $8.65 and then $1.25 a topping. The other you start higher at $10.45 and pay 75 cents a topping, so less per topping. At how many toppings do the pizzas cost the same? When are they the same amount? So we have two different pizza stores here. We have Neighborhood and we have Downtown. Let's compare the price of a pizza. So at Neighborhood Pizza, you start by paying $10.45 just to order the pizza, plus you pay 75 cents for each topping. I'm going to call it T. At Downtown Pizza, you start by paying $8.65, and then you pay $1.25, $1.25 for each topping. Those are our two equations. We want to know when those will be the same. So we're going to set them equal to one another, and then we will solve the equation. So remember, our equal sign is kind of our dividing line here, and we want to balance things. Our goal is to get t all by itself so we know our answer. First, we have to get the t's on the same side. So I have a positive 0.75t over here. If I subtract, I have to do the same on this side, subtract the 0.75t. Okay, so now I have just $10.45 on this side equals $8.65 minus 0.5t. We continue to solve. Now that our t's are together, we need to move everything else to the other side. So we do that. We have a positive 8.65. We're going to subtract 8.65 from both sides. We have 10.45. Somehow I turned that into a 55. Minus $8.65 is $1.80. This is a 45. So I have 1.80 equals 0.5t. We are almost done here. All we have to do is get rid of that 0.5 that's with the t. It's 0.5 times t. The opposite of multiplying by 0.5 is to divide by 0.5. And so that's what we do. Divide both sides by 0.5 and we get our number of toppings t equals 3.6 toppings. Okay. So we would probably round that up to 4 because you can't put 0.6 of a topping. So at 4 toppings, the 2 pizzas will cost exactly the same. A jacket with one patch at Hotwear Jacket costs $68, and each additional patch is $2. The same jacket at ABC Clothing is $56.25, and each additional patch is $3.50. With a certain number of patches, the jackets will cost the same. Which jacket costs more with additional patches? Okay, so we have 2 different stores. We have Hotwear and we have ABC Clothing. This question is asking something a little different than the past 2 that we did. With Hotwear, it says it costs $68 to buy the jacket plus $2 per patch. So I'll call that 2p. At ABC, it's $56.25 to buy the jacket, and it's $3.50 for each extra patch you buy. Now, in the past questions, they ask us, when would the 2 cost the same? Because we know at some point, let's take a look, because this jacket, each patch you buy costs more than this jacket, at some point, the price is going to catch up and you'll have the same. So that's what they mean when they say, with a certain number of patches, the cost of the jackets will be the same. We know that's going to happen. What they want to know is which jacket will cost more with additional patches. So once they catch up and they're the same price, when we keep buying patches after that, which one will cost more? And that would be the one that costs more per patch, because we would go down until we get them exactly the same, and after that, this one's just going to be $2 for each patch, and this one will be $3.50. So while this jacket starts out being more than this jacket, eventually the one at ABC will cost more as you buy more patches. Okay, so the jacket at ABC will cost more as you continue to buy patches and go over where they were equal in price.